Well, from our Capitol this evening, the only thing debated on the House floor today had nothing to do with education or tax cuts.
Instead, it was a resolution proclaiming Christ is King. This despite our state's constitution, which is clear about the separation of church and state.
News Force Hunter Elise is joining us with more on this. Hunter, what'd you find out? What's happening here?
Kevin and Jolene, every Republican present today on the House floor voted for this resolution, and every Democrat voted against. It's a resolution that some lawmakers say doesn't need to happen.
Do you have any concerns that this is going to further hurt the reputation of Christianity in the state of Oklahoma, not bring people to it?
No, I do not share your concerns. Thank you.
A 2-hour debate on the House floor over a resolution proclaiming Christ is King.
It's just a very warm, inspirational way to honor Christ and to recognize his role in the foundation of the nation and the important role that he plays in the hearts of Oklahomans all over.
State Senator Shane Jett is a co-author of the resolution and says this isn't a bill or law, just a proclamation honoring the role of faith in the history and culture of Oklahoma. The debate sparking concern among lawmakers.
Are you aware of the religious schools that were taxpayer funded in the territorial days of Oklahoma and the atrocities that were perpetrated upon Indian children, tribal children, in the name of Jesus?
I was not aware of that. I'm not certain how that relates to the resolution, though.
Lawmakers in favor of the bill say it's not intended to establish a religion or infringe on the rights of Oklahomans, but celebrate voluntary expression of belief that shaped communities across the state. The House voted with the majority, but some lawmakers don't agree.
It's saying that you can believe what you want, but it's not valid under the state of Oklahoma, and it's a state-sanctioned religion is what this has turned into.
Representative Dollins also believes the resolution elevates one religion above the others.
If they are interested in doing a citation or a resolution or concurrent resolution where they want to acknowledge a significant role of a historical figure or they have the opportunity to do that through their House or Senate members.
It now heads to the Senate floor for a vote.